Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. I'm Ram Krishnan, and I'm the Global Head of Customer Success at Aera Technology. Today, we are going to talk about digitizing customer experience at Alcon. For that, we have two illustrious guests. Raja Chhabada is an IT leader with over 15 years of experience in SAP applications, digitization, and solution delivery. With deep expertise in supply chain transformation, Raja has worked across the globe, across industries, and across cross-functional teams. As a head of engineering at Alcon, Raja leads digital transformation initiatives, partners with top tech firms like Aera Technology, and also works towards standardizing architectures and systems at Alcon. Raja, welcome to the session.
Thank you, Ram, for having me here.
I also have Alex Nasciutti. He's a partner leading supply chain and operation practice at Ernst & Young. He's also our global alliance leader for Aera Technology, where we have collaborated across clients and several projects. With decades of expertise, he leads supply chain transformation and digitization efforts across different clients, across different industries. Alex, pleasure to have you.
Thank you, Ram. Great. Happy to
be here. With that, Raja, why don't you kick us off? Tell us a little bit about Alcon and get us started.
Greetings, everyone. About Alcon. Alcon is global leader in eye care, dedicated to helping people see brilliantly. With an over 75 years heritage, we are the largest eye care device company in the world, with complementary businesses in surgical and vision care. Being a truly global company, we work in 60 countries and serve patients in more than 140 countries. Ram, we have a long history of industry first, and each year we commit a substantial amount in research and development to meet customers' needs and patient demand.
Excellent. Tell us a little bit about what brought you to what you call as a digitizing customer experience. What got you started there?
Great question. When we think about customer experience in Alcon, we think about customer and how they experience when they deal or do business with Alcon, be it as a consumer or be it as a user of our systems and applications. One of the top area or top priority for Alcon is how we can further advance and enhance our customers' experience at every touch point, not only while they use the product, because we are a global leader, our products are great, but we also want to enhance their experience when they place order, when they call to our customer service, when they are using any of the Alcon's digital products. And that's where we, for last few years, we are investing huge amount to further take our level of experience which we provide to customer to next level.
Thank you, Raja. And Alex, tell us what led to this vision being transformed into into an Aera project. Tell us a little bit about the context and how you brought us in.
Yes, of course, Ram. That's a good and actually a funny story, and Raja will remember that. I think Raja asked for some insights on the business issues that they have, and we had a meeting with a lot of Alcon stakeholders. And we talked for around 2 hours about actually a different topic, which was demand sensing. And by the end of the meeting, Raja stood up and said, well, but we are in this journey to digitize the customer experience, and our most immediate need is about how to accurately have a estimated delivery date for the customer. And then that's when I showed him an example that with Aera Technologies that we did this specific use case. And that was how we started the conversation. And then understanding more of the business need and the path, the vision that Raj and the team had for this, that's when we thought that Aera would be a good fit, because it's not only about this specific use case, but it's what the platform can bring in the future to digitize all the customer experience with all the advanced AI, ML models, and the recommendation engines. So that resonated well. And that's why we decided to move forward with this pilot that Roger will walk you through.
Very good, very good. And how did we start? Maybe both of you can give a little bit color on where we started, the first use case, and give a bit of a detail.
I'll start, Alex. Who doesn't remember COVID and what COVID brought to the world? And I can safely say the biggest impact of COVID, which we feel till now, is supply chain. It congested supply chain. Most of the cases, it completely stopped supply chain. The product availability became the number one criteria for buying a product rather than price. We know we have seen in the market that some of the car which you used to get 10%, 15% discount, people were ready to pay 30% or 40% more. So price, which was competitive advantage, became the secondary, and product availability became the number one priority. At Alcon, we always look for our customers' need. One of the basic need which our customer had was, how can I know when the products are going to arrive at their facility so they can plan the surgery, they can plan subsequent process very well. With no predictive date or actual date, it was creating a bit of trouble. We were able to provide the information, but it required brute force. We had multiple people who used to collect multiple Excel sheet and different algorithm to come out with the date and provide the date to customers. So that's the reason we thought we need a sophisticated tool which can not only bring data from different systems and sources, but can apply specific logic and take decision in real time to predict and provide the dates to our customer. So that was the first skill set which we developed with Aera. It's called as a capable to promise. And I would request Alex, tell us about the experience, how quickly we did that, and what was going in your mind when we started this pilot.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Raja. Yeah, I think the whole strategy that we took from the beginning, right, was to have this agile implementation where we quickly implement pieces of it, test it, pilot it, learn with it, and then we start scaling. So that's how we started, right? With one of Alcon's market. It was a quick 12 weeks implementation. It was a very tight timeline. At this point, I'm already used to all the tight timelines that Raja keeps giving to us. But that was successful, right? I think we started implementing, we learned a lot with this, and now we're expanding to different markets. And our target in the end is to get to touchless order fulfillment, right? We know that whenever a sales order comes in, there is a lot of touches because Alcon is a very complex environment. And what we aim is to get to touchless, where a sales order will get in, will promise a date, and then it will be delivered without anyone having to act upon it. So that's what we're working, and that's how Aera is helping us do that, by automating a lot of the steps that we have there, even when we have some complexities on it.
So Alex and Raja, order management is a hundreds of year old problem, right? Since people started selling stuff, order management has been a problem. I thought ERP and other solutions already took care of it. Why do what's the complication now, and why do we need a decision intelligence platform like Aera?
Great question, Ram. And while you were introducing me, you told me that I have worked across multiple SAP applications. And we have quite a lot of sophisticated application in Alcon too. The biggest challenge is harmonizing the data. We have our planning system. We have our transportation management system. We have our distribution system. We have third-party logistic providers. We have centralized ERP system, and we have carriers. bringing those all data together and then doing the calculation, applying the algorithm while customer is in our e-commerce platform or on call is the challenge which we had to resolve. So the order management is pretty old, but the complexity of supply chain, complexity of distributed system, and complexity of bringing data from multiple sources to one pushed us toward getting a harmonized platform. And that's where we thought Aera is shining and can provide better value for Alcon to give days to our customers. Alex, what do you think?
Yeah, and what I would add to that is to the complexity that you mentioned is also where we want to get with this process, right? So we want to innovate. So we want to be more proactive than what a typical order fulfillment flow is. So we want to get to predictive ordering. We want to understand the issues before they happen, so the customer service reps can act on it. So those are the things that require more advanced algorithms and require us to build a solution that can help us on that. So that's the other thing that I would add to that.
So with that, I know we started November 20th. It's in grand scheme of things with your digitization strategy, Raja, it's still early. But could you both of you give some commentary on what are the benefit vectors, what are the value vectors you've started seeing?
So Ram, first let me start with what we have seen after doing the pilot. As part of any digital transformation, there are three things which we always look into. Any product or idea which we want to take it to the next step, we first test about their desirability. We check the viability, then we check the feasibility. We had our problem statement. We knew that this is a need which we must resolve, for example, order visibility. And then we did that in 10 to 12 weeks of quick feasibility as well as launching. That started showing us some result, right? Which started giving us more confidence that we believe Aera is the tool which can resolve that specific problem. But we are still scratching at the surface based on certain use cases which has been presented to us by our partner, Alex and the team, as well as Ram. You remember many of your team members presented what all the art possible.
Yeah.
The result which we are seeing now is we have close to all sales order confirmation, even though we don't have inventory, because it can go back till the manufacturing to provide that estimated delivery date. We started seeing some good increase in productivity because no longer manual Excel sheet merge. And we are able to provide the real-time order confirmation and status while customer is on e-commerce tool. Now, to do all of these things, it needs tons of data. Now, the data is there. It's in harmonized way. And now it started showing us other use cases which we can build upon those data. Some of the use cases which we are looking into is specifically utilizing advanced machine learning algorithms to further provide the accuracy of the date when customer is going to receive the product. For example, if there is a strike in Memphis and UPS cannot deliver, or there is a storm in Eastern Coast, if this machine learning algorithm can start predicting, we can find the alternate way. The next thing also we want to do is we want to roll out our ATP CTP solution globally. So not only the country where we are, but we want to start providing the benefit of this to our other markets and other customer base. Along with that, we are still learning about the new rollouts which Aera is doing as part of their product development, like GraphQL and so on. So we want to explore that and start utilizing those to further enhance and advance our customer experience along with our internal supply chain performance.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Raja. Again, to both of you, as with any new journey, right? There are challenges and lessons learned, right? I always say if you could have done this with something else, you would have done that already. Now that we are here and we are kind of on a journey, what are some of the lessons that you learned, challenges, and some advice to our audience here, right? What would you, what are the takeaways? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, of course. I'll name a few here and Raja help me. But one of the things we're talking about a huge volume of data, right? Specifically for this use case, it's a lot of sales orders, all the supply elements, and that's a huge volume of data. And we want to have a high frequency, right? So we want to have near real time answers on the delivery dates. So that imposes a big challenge in terms of performance. And what we did is from the beginning, from the pilot, we were measuring performance, and then we were scaling as we scaled to other markets. We were able to upgrade the platform architecture. We are able to upgrade hardware in order to keep the performance where we needed it to be. So I think that's one that was a good lesson learned. The other one, I think we mentioned a little bit, right? It is a journey, right? It will take some time for us to digitize all the experience. However, we have wins throughout the way. So we started with this pilot in 12 weeks. That was pretty quick. We got results. Now we're expanding, but still even expanding to larger markets. We have multiple go lives where we bring the solution to live. The users start seeing it. We may be getting the small results out of each go live, and that builds up to the solution. So that makes it much better as we scale in this journey. And lastly, even when we did not have the entire solution ready, the moment we start bringing visibility of the dates, we start bringing some dashboards, the business starts looking at it. And it triggers a lot of curiosity. It triggers actions to enhance things just by seeing the data and the issues that we have. So as soon as you can always pull in the data and show, even if it's not the solution yet, it's the issues that you have, it helps to start taking actions and improving performance. So those are some of the things that we learned throughout the journey.
Raja, from your vantage, anything to add?
Yeah, one thing which I'll definitely add, treat data as an asset. All of these all of the machine learning, all of the AI is dependent on data. What we have identified, we did faster deployment, but some of our data set was not optimal. We had to spend tons of time on cleaning, clearing, and cleansing those data elements. The second thing which I'll mention is be flexible. When we say be flexible, changing supply chain and enhancing customer experience takes time. Always get the feedback, include your customer, include your partners with you, do tons of testing, and that's definitely going to help in your overall journey.
And working with you, Raja and Alex, if I were to add one additional point, right? This is something that we learned, right? We started with a single use case, and now we are touching some other use cases. The thing that I'm learning is find out a way to develop things in waves as opposed to one at a time, right? Maybe we start a journey once, but build optionality in the innovation pipeline so that you can quickly roll out, get feedback, increment, so on and so forth. So more of agile method thinking than let's do one at a time. I think that also helps with this journey.
Aside.
Very good. Any last comments, thoughts, Raja and Alex, before we come to close?
The only thing is we are just at the launch pad. We still think that our fuel is being filled in our aircraft with a good data. And let's see how high we can fly.
Very good. Alex?
Yeah, no, I think we're excited about this journey. To Raja's point, I think there is a lot to go still. And the more we get to look at the data, the more curiosity we have, the more business issues we find that we can solve for. So it's a really exciting journey, and looking forward to continuing on it.
Fantastic. With that, we'll come to a wrap. And if there are any questions, you can reach out via the platform, and we'll be happy to answer them. Raja, Alex, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Ram, for having us here.
Have a wonderful day. Bye.